Hey guys, welcome to another Avengers Log. First of all, I promise you guys these things aren't going to be a weekly thing. Just a lot's been going on at the beginning of this year and lots to talk about. Those of you know a few announcements that DC's made and a few announcements that Marvel has made over the past week. And I noticed I've been making a lot of videos for CCC, but I haven't been making anything for this site, and I feel bad that I'm leaving you guys on my channel out. Of my type of videos like Avengers Log and stuff. So I actually have two videos today. I have this one, and I have a comic book corner book review that I also want to do this week. So that's two extra videos plus the review. And don't think I'm gonna lack on this channel, guys. I will be making videos still here. I just want to get Comic Community Central videos going, get some series started up, and get a feel for the new site. So don't worry, I will not be lacking in videos here, nor will I be ignoring this site to work on the comic group site. I'm still here, I'm still around, I'm not going anywhere. I've still been answering all the messages you guys have been sending me. So let's get into this Avengers Log. First of all, I want to mention two things that I'm not going to do a review on. It doesn't make sense to do a review on them. Maybe if I get a full collection of them, which I highly doubt in the future, I might do one. But I got two background things. You guys remember I said I couldn't get Gambit and Punisher in my background anymore for my comic reviews because it's a pain in the butt to get them down off that shelf, put them out in the background, and then bring them all the way back up to the top shelf. So I needed two replacements, and I found two cheap replacements thanks to Mel, the X-Men 14, who actually got a Batman one. And so as not to copy her, I didn't get Batman. Instead, I got two figures that are going to be taking Gambit and Punisher's place. One is Green Lantern, because I like the Green Lantern comics. These are Funko Hero Pops. These are little figures. They don't do anything. This one only does a turning of the head, nothing else. No bobble, no nothing. It's a little figure. No articulation at all. He's stuck in this position. And a bobblehead, because Marvel didn't go that way with their figures, of Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a bobblehead, unlike Green Lantern. But it's the same type of figure. No articulation whatsoever. He's stuck in this position, and the only difference is he can't turn his head at all because it's a bobblehead, and you guys know about bobbleheads. So that was the only disappointing thing, was that Spidey's a bobblehead, so I can't actually turn his head. Won't be able to do anything interactive with the Spidey figure. So I thought I'd just throw that out there. I got to tell you guys one thing though. Granted, you know, we are all adults here, 90% of us. Funko though has very interesting concepts on toys. Like those are the Pops. They have a new series called Blocks. I'm hoping to grab a Batman in that series. It's a really nice site. I would say check it out. It's funko.com. And it'll take you to a website where they show all the stuff that they're making. It looks really, really interesting. And I saw the Blocks yesterday, I believe. They did somebody did a review on it. I saw a random video. And I was like, looks interesting. And they're cheap. Those things cost me, through a side store on Amazon, only $5 each. Now the Blocks one, originally they're $10, a maximum of $10 for those Pops. The Blocks, which is a double-sized one of those, is $15. So for $5 more, you're getting double the size and an interesting figure. I'll show you guys if I ever end up getting it. That'll probably also be added onto the background for my comic reviews. But I thought it was very interesting, this site. I really think I'm very interested in this site, and I might do some reviews on their things. I might get a few of those things. I have a bit of extra money. Thank you, God. Now that the holiday season's over, I'll be accumulating over time, and with the extra accumulation of money comes the extra stuff that I can review and show you guys. And I have some really good ideas for stuff that I buy that I review that I don't want, but I've got to talk to the people on CCC about this idea first. I'm not going to talk to them about it now. We just started. It's the beginning of a site. Maybe in the middle of the year I'll bring this up. I might bring it up to a few people early just to get their take on it, but I have a good idea. Alright, anyway, beside that, DC Comics news. 6 titles are being dropped, 6 titles are being picked up. 5 out of the 6 I don't read. The 6th one is Hawk and Dove, and I know Michael took it very hard because that's like his favorite series from DC, and in my opinion, I think DC's wrong. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but why do you have to restrict your New 52 to 52? And it's really not the New 52 anymore because you're doing Batman Beyond. New 53. Why not just keep Hawk and Dove, keep OMAC, and keep There was another one they were canceling that they shouldn't have. Static Shock. Drop Men of War, drop Blackhawks, because they're not doing good at all. And drop Mr. Terrific and just stick them in the JSA. And bring out these 6 new titles, too. I don't understand why DC feels they should cancel to put in new. I mean, I understand they're trying to spike their sales because Marvel did top DC in December, so Marvel's back on top. But, I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think they should have canceled all 6 of those titles. I think there were a few. I know a lot of people are upset about OMAC. I'm upset because I wanted to check it out. I really did want to check it out, but now I'm not going to bother. I'll wait till the trade comes out. And the addition of another Batman book, and it's Batman Incorporated of all things. I was so happy when I heard that title was being canceled. Why do they got to bring it back? Why? I mean, I know a lot of you guys, some of you guys liked it, but really? Why? Then get rid of Batwing. Why do we need Batwing? And by the way, I did not count Batwing in the Bat Family title, so really there isn't 11. I'm going to correct myself from the CCC Breaking News. I said there's 11 titles. In reality, there's 12 because Batwing is also part of the Batman line of comics. So there's really 12 Batman comics. So you only got 40 books that aren't Batman related. Take away the 2 that are his teams, Justice League and Justice League International. You're cutting yourself. You're cutting yourself super short, and that's not right. In my opinion, there are a lot of Batman books as opposed to only 2 Superman books. Well, really, Supergirl and Superboy, 4 Superman books. It seems that they're just doubling up and tripling up. There's only one Flash book, and it's doing really good. There's only one Swamp Thing book that's doing really good. Why do we need like 20 different books? Batman himself has 4. Batman, The Dark Knight, Batman and Robin, and Detective Comics. Granted, Batman and Robin's doing really good. Batman, The Dark Knight, same thing with Detective Comics. But you can't get rid of Detective Comics because it's an older series. You know, one of like Action Comics, you can't get rid of Action. And Batman is doing astounding with Greg Capullo. I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to let DC do what it's doing, and it doesn't give any type of constant with their channel because with their company anymore, because it's like you're going to be reading a series, and if it's doing really bad, in Michael's case, you're going to lose out on more stories from the series because they're going to drop it and put something new in its place. DC used to have more than 52 books. They can have more than 52 books again. They already do have more than 52, but they could have a lot more than what they have now. I know a lot of people, I would like to see Secret Six come back. I would like to see Batman, Superman come back. Although with the old Superman, so really, I don't know. I can't really understand where DC's mindset is. In my opinion, DC's just like all over the place and nowhere. They're staying in their comfort zone of 52 comics, but now they've left their comfort zone a bit and are screwing things up even more by getting rid of 6 of the 52 books that they were so confident in, which kind of kills their credibility because they're so unconfident in those 6 books that they've not only are they going to are they claiming they failed, but they're ending them. And they're replacing them with 6 other books that now they're confident in again. Now, what happens if these 6 books don't do so well? You're going to cancel them too? That's my point. Going to cancel books on number 8? Then on Marvel's end, they've been releasing teaser posters for the new series called Versus. That's going to be a mini-series that goes parallel with Avengers vs. X-Men. And in Versus, it's going to be an X-Men versus an Avenger. And I've seen a lot of the posters, and a lot of those posters, in my opinion, either on the X-Men side or the Avenger side, they're interesting, but not so interesting. Like Hulk versus Emma Frost, really? Are we really going to go the route of Green Hulk versus Emma Frost? Archangel versus Daredevil, that's interesting. Although I didn't know Archangel got his memory back and his Archangel abilities back, but okay, we'll live with that. What else was there? Colossus versus The Thing. That'll be interesting. Gambit versus... Shoot, I can't remember who Gambit was first. But I'm going to do a video on this for CCC once all 12 teasers are released with the 12 that they're fighting. But still, it's like Iron Man and Magneto. I mean, they all seem interesting, but once again, this seems like Marvel saying we want more money for our miniseries that we're claiming is universe changing yet again. And So we're going to throw out this miniseries, and you know there are going to be tie-ins. I'm just praying that all the tie-ins stay within the X-Men and Avengers books, because I'm getting all the X-Men books on Wolverine's side. I don't need Cyclops' side. I really don't care. And I'm getting all the Avengers books, including Secret, very soon. So I really don't... I hope they don't do like little 3-part miniseries like they did with Fear Itself, because that would be just retarded. Yeah, I'm just hoping they don't go all out with this, because I have a feeling that before the year is out, guys, it's going to be Avengers vs. X-Men, but there's going to be something that takes place after it, because there's about 4 or 5 months left in the year by the time X-Men vs. Avengers is over. And knowing Marvel, they'll have a follow-up 4 or 5-part series, so just be ready for that. Whatever that may be, we don't know, but it looks like they're pushing Hope to be the new Phoenix, and that's a letdown to everybody who's wanted to see Jean Grey back. They brought Nightcrawler back, kinda, but you know, it's amazing. Marvel kills people off that really nobody cares about, and then brings them back lickety-split, except Thor. I'm sure everybody was going nuts. You know, the big names, they kill them, but they come right back. But when it comes to the littler guys like Nightcrawler and Jean Grey, they kill them and they're gone for years. We're talking Jean Grey's been gone since the... Yeah, I don't know how long Jean Grey has been gone now that I think about it. They just killed Nightcrawler off about 3-4 years ago. But still, all the people that we show interest in, like that we care about, that Marvel considers small potatoes, stay dead for almost ever. And people like the Human Torch, Thor, and Bucky, in less than a year, they're alive again. And they never died. Some of them never died to begin with. Kind of interesting. The big two have been they've been doing their things kind of like flip side. Marvel, DC, go back to the 1990s, and granted some of you people are going to disagree with me because some of you people don't like the 90s comic series. Go back to the 90s, Marvel and DC, and look at yourselves back then. You guys were doing so good. I mean, the death of Superman took over an entire year, granted, but there were so many good stories you guys released, and none of this whole DC side relaunch BS. And on Marvel's side, none of this universe-changing BS that's going on once a year, every year now. You guys had your own stories and your own books, and that was it. Spider Island was a perfect example of a big event that happened only in Spider-Man, with a couple of miniseries that you didn't have to get, but if you wanted a complete story, you had to get them. That's what you should be focusing on, not Fear Itself stuff. And you know, you could have taken Fear Itself and put it in the Thor books. You didn't have to have it as a big universe-changing event. And we don't... Avengers vs. X-Men, fine. Just don't make it universe-changing. Make it an event, not big, blow it out of proportion like you guys are doing, where now comic shops can get involved by picking a side, and whatever side they pick, they get free posters from that side, extras from that side, and they can give it to their customers. You're blowing it out of proportion, and don't get me... And correct me if I'm wrong, but we've seen Avengers vs. X-Men before, I believe, right? So what's the big deal now? Well, there's going to be a big deal to it, but still. Both companies need to calm down. They're both fighting to see who can make the most money or make the most sales. Look at IDW, look at Image, look at Dynamite, look at Boom. They're just doing their thing with their comic book. Oh God, please don't let me just screw up an independent company and make them think they're big-headed and they get big-headed and become like the big two. They're just going along with their series. No big events. Now, granted, IDW has Infestation, but they don't go all out. It's Infestation, 2-part series. It's a compact series. You can fit it all in a hardcover about this big, and that's it. So, other than Infestation and IDW keeps their stuff separate. Granted, of course, I must say, there are a lot of G.I. Joe books. G.I. Joe, Cobra, G.I. Joe American Hero, and Cobra Command, and Snake Eyes has his own book. Minus the IDW OD on G.I. Joe, because there are a lot of G.I. Joe fans. I'm one of them. I just don't read the books, the comics, because I have no idea where to jump onto. But the independents know what to do. They're just sticking with their series, not doing big events, not doing relaunches. Granted, the TMNT did get a little bit of rehashing at their origin, but not super crazy different. It's mostly the same. So I don't know. I'm just, in my opinion, I think the big two need to calm down. Marvel's been doing big events for the past 5 years. Marvel, it's time to chill. Just let your writers deal with stuff in their own series. Cut Bendis out of a few books, because Bendis has good moments, and then he has bad moments. What we need is Bendis at his best. And Bendis is at his best, obviously, when he's got less projects to work with. Because when he did Ultimate Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe, Ultimate Spider-Man was awesome from issues 1 to 100. Bendis needs a break. Separate him from a few books. Because, you know, Bendis is hit or miss. You can't get in between. He's either doing something really good or he's doing something really shitty. So you got to get him at his best. And the way to get him at his best is to cut out a few things that he's doing. My opinion, once again, also. So I'm not saying I hate Brian Michael Bendis. Quite the contrary. I enjoy his good stuff. His bad stuff, however, I hate. Unlike Grant Morrison, who I just hate, period. Except for 1 or 2 stories that he wrote where I tolerate it. Other than that, I really can't stand Grant Morrison's work at all. I don't like the redoing of Superman, but as you guys know, I've dropped that already, so it's not worth rehashing. Grant Morrison did 1 or 2 things that I liked, but we're not going to get into who I hate. And DC, stop with this relaunch BS. Go beyond your 52 books. I'm glad you drew the line at $2.99 except for like 3 of your books. But now stop, expand out to the way things were before, or undo your relaunch. Really. If you can't handle the relaunch universe, go back to your comfort zone, which was your original universe. They got good artists and good writers, DC. I don't understand why they're having such trouble with their new 52. Which they're not really. The sales for comic books have skyrocketed since the new 52. So, in a way, this new 52 thing wasn't such a bad thing. It helped build out on the comic community, but at the same time, I feel like it's like I'm being thrown Batman every week, and Batman's the new Deadpool, basically. I'm very happy about those new things that they're announcing where certain comics, by the end of the year, I guess all 52 will have it, where their comics, they're offering combo packs where you can have digital and print comics. It's good because for people like me who like the print comics, it's great, but then when you go out on the road, provided you have 3G and you can leave your house and have Wi-Fi, which I can't, but I'm saying for those of you who do have 3G, you can also have a collection of those comic books on your iPod, iPhone, or whatever. You have Nook for the people who are in DC, the Kindle. So I guess it's a good thing, the combo packs, and they're not that much more expensive. They're $3.99, so it's $1 more, and you know you're paying that $1 for the digital comics. So pick your poison. If you want the digital copy, you got to pay the extra $1. But yeah, I think there are certain interesting things going on, but it's just I feel like the big two are just in so much competition with each other, fighting to get that first place slot, and DC had it all the way till December. Now they got to figure out a way to get back on top, and that's why they're canceling these 6 books and throwing out 6 new ones so they can go back to #1. And it's not about your sales, guys. It's about your quality of your comics, because there have been people who've been collecting since the 90s and back further than that, and we care about the comics you're releasing now. Regardless of where the fad is going, we care that our comic books qualities are going to be good, not the quantity where it comes Marvel or the good sales like what DC's doing. We just want good stories. I think everybody can agree with me on that. We want good stories and we want good artwork. That's all we're asking for. We're not asking for the best. We just want good stuff. Dan Slott, you delivered in 2011 with Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to seeing At World's End. Dan Jurgens is writing JLI, and JLI is good, and it's a relaunch book. Swamp Thing's awesome also. Green Lantern's been awesome thanks to Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns made Aquaman good again. All you need is good writing and good art. That's all you need. You don't need big events or relaunches. You just need good writing and good artwork. That's all any comic story ever needs, is those 2 things. Nothing more and nothing less. And that's basically it. So I'm going to go, guys. Like I said, after this video, there will be a Comic Corner book review. So if you see me with the same shirt for 2 videos, that's why. I'm basically going to shoot that video right after this. This weekend is Mike's birthday. Hopefully we'll get the comic books tomorrow because they didn't come today. And I'll be able to do a review after Mike's birthday, and it'll be a special for him. So yeah, look forward to that. Other than that, these 3 videos, this video, the next video, and the comic review are the only videos I have for you guys this week. I will be catching up on videos on this site. So don't think I'm going to forget you guys on here for CCC. I'll be around. I'm working both. I'll have videos for both sites. I have a lot of, you know, work that I'm working on for both sites. A lot of video ideas I'm throwing around for 2012. So just sit tight. There will be Avengers Log explaining what's going on this site. CCC's got its own thing going on, and I'm blessed to be working with everybody there. We did stop members from people who want to join, because right now we have about 12 members, and that's a lot. I think we're going to stick with that for a while, a long while, because so basically anybody who's interested in joining, for now we're not taking any more members, any more new members. We're going to chill on the new members, and we're going to work on the content instead of the amount of people on the page. And as soon as the content becomes a nice amount and the site's on a roll, like for a while, and when I say a while, don't ask me for a time frame. A while could be anywhere from a year to 12 years. Okay? I'm not giving okay, next month we're ready to get people to start taking people on the site again. This could take a while. We want to work on the channel now. So members, anybody who's interested, hang on to your interest. We will mention if and when we're ready to start taking new people on the channel again. We just want to work on content. The channel isn't for us, the channel is for you guys, which is why we're limiting how many people are on the channel right now, and we're just focused on those videos. That's what's main important. So for those of you who haven't checked out CCC, check it out. It's in my channel listing on my channel. A lot of stuff's coming soon on there too, but expect a lot of new stuff on here. I'm working on a few ideas right now. And basically that's it. So before I start rambling on, I'm still here, guys. There will still be videos on this site. Just wanted to focus on CCC the past 2 weeks, get some series that I had ideas for up. Now that they're started, I can focus on here as well as on CCC. Alright guys, take care. I'll see you in the next video, which will be right after this. And then after that, I'll see you guys on the comic review this weekend. Take care, everybody. See you soon.